Well, the ceasefire has always been very fragile, and we know that after the ceasefire was agreed, the American Navy blockaded the Strait of Hormuz, which in itself is an act of war. So, in fact, the ceasefire has been very fragile, and as a result of that, now Iran has control over the Strait of Hormuz. So, the peace deal has become much more complicated because of this. Whatever it is, the peace deal was inching along. We have an idea about the 14 points and what point is important for Iran and what point is important for America. But certainly this, it began with some American attacks on targets in Iran. The fragility of the ceasefire was increased by the American attacks on targets in Iran, and after that we saw that Iran had been attacking. They attacked Kuwait Airport, and today they say that Iran has attacked targets in Israel, and in response to that now Israel has attacked targets in Iran. But in the meanwhile, President Trump has said that Israel will have to accept the peace deal, and that Prime Minister Netanyahu will listen to President Trump. But we have no evidence of that just yet, because the attacks are continuing. I think this is very serious, very endangering for the peace, for the very fragile peace that was there in the whole region, and I sincerely hope that these attacks will stop and that President Trump will be able to, once again get the peace deal back on track, because otherwise, if a full-fledged war starts again, it can be extremely dangerous for world peace, for world energy security, for everything.